All right, this one we have linear functions and models. So for number 1, find the value of f of negative 2 for f of x equals 3x plus 1. So here, remember, this notation means that you're really plugging in this negative 2 that's in here for x into this equation here. So here we would have 3 times negative 2 plus 1. So here, if we do this, order of operations, remember, it shows that we have to multiply first. So we get negative 6 plus 1. So our final answer here for f of negative 2 is negative 5. So anytime you have that function notation, whatever value is in there for x, you plug into x into your function. For number 2, we have that a business sells ice cream for $3 per scoop. This business also has a cost of 50 cents per scoop. And the business has spent $50 in flyers for advertisement. If this is all that this small business sells, how many scoops of ice cream would they need to sell in order to break even? So remember, anytime you're dealing with a break-even point, that means you're going to have your revenue, which we have as r of x, for your revenue function, and your cost function, which is c of x. And you have two different equations here. So for the revenue here, the amount of money they make per scoop is $3. So we'd have 3 and then times x, where in this case x represents the number of scoops. So I'll abbreviate here, number of scoops. And then for the cost, you're going through and looking at what the costs are associated to these scoops. So in this case, we have 50 cents per scoop, and they already spent $50 in advertisement. So here in this case, we have this variable cost of 50 cents because we don't know how many scoops of ice cream they're going to sell, plus this fixed cost of the $50. That stays the same no matter how many scoops they sell. And then if we're trying to figure out this break-even point, break-even means that's when the cost and the revenue are the same. So we have to set those two equations equal to each other. The 3x equals the 50 cents times x plus the $50 there. And then solve for x like you normally would. So we'd subtract the 0.5x from both sides. So then you would get 2.5x is equal to your 50. And then divide by the 2.5 to finish getting x by itself. So then for your x, once you divide those out here, you should get 20. And remember, your 20 here represents the number of scoops. So we'll put our units here of scoops behind it. So to break even, you would have to sell 20 scoops. If you sell more than that, then you're making profit. And if you sell less than that, then you're losing money. So it's always good if you're dealing with any type of business thing to have an idea of what you need to sell in order to break even at the bare minimum.